Over the last few sessions, you learned a few things about basic Unix commands. You learned about downloading or acquiring data. And now that you have the data in hand, we want to talk about how you can clean it or prepare it for your uses. The questions that we want to answer today is, how do we get the data into the format that we need? How do we extract the interesting parts of the data? How do we analyze the data? And preferably do that on the command line, because then it's most easily automated and scripted and repeatable. The good news is that this is really easy with some key command line tools that we'll introduce today. Some common operations on plain text are kind of forming the basis for this. What we often do is we are filtering lines or fields. So we want lines that contain certain pieces of information in our output. We might want to replace or delete values, say something that is particularly large or particularly small, or is known to be the not a value number. We want to be able to merge data from different files into one coherent unit that we can use. And these kinds of operations require generic ways to find text patterns of interest. And for that, we can use what is called regular expressions. Regular expressions are a set of characters that specify a generic pattern. So an example below is the format of a simple URL is that you have www that is followed by a dot. Then there's a bunch of numbers and characters. Then there's another dot. And then there's some top-level domain, edu, com. That is a basic idea of what a URL is, alaska.edu, google.com. Now, with regular expressions, we can help formalize this understanding of what the model of a URL could be. With that, then, we could search in existing text for all the lines that have a URL in it. We can substitute the text, we can simply search for it. Regular expressions are accepted by many Unix commands, including grep, sed, awk, although the syntax may vary slightly. In a sense, you have already encountered very minimal regular expressions. We introduced you to wildcards. Remember the asterisk that you can use for any or no characters in a file name, the question mark, etc. So simple regular expression symbols are given here. It is useful to understand that you want to, on the command line, surround your regular expressions with single quotes so that the shell isn't interpreting them for you. Because the shell can, as I've just repeated with the wildcards for file name, single tick quotes is what you'll likely want to put around them. So what are some of these simple regular expression symbols? Here, there's a single period that matches any single character. It's a wildcard. A capital B or any capital letter matches an uppercase B. This is an example for any letter. Same with the lowercase b or C, D, E, F, whatever you want to put in here. Letters are there to be matched. The asterisk here means to match 0 or more of the previous pattern. The question mark matches 0 or 1 of the previous pattern. The plus matches 1 or more of the previous pattern. The curly braces here match the number of occurrences of the previous pattern. So you might be able to give 3 to 5 in your curly brackets. The caret symbol here is for a pattern at the beginning of the string or the line. So if you want to make sure that your pattern is at the beginning, you start out with the caret. If you want it at the end of the string, you terminate it with the $sign. Backslash allows you to escape special characters. So if you wanted to search for an actual $sign, you would say \$. The square brackets allow us to match any range of characters inside it. If we use the caret or hat here, inside of those square brackets, it means do not match the range of the characters. Note that the caret symbol here is 2 different meanings. If you're searching for non-printable characters, you can search for tabs with \T for carriage returns, \R, \N is a new line, and \S is any kind of white space. Examples for this are given in the applications for the Unix command line tools that we'll go through below. Some powerful command line tools are tr or translate, which translates or deletes characters, grep, which prints lines that match a certain pattern, sed, or the stream editor that filters and transforms text, and awk, which is a pattern scanning and text processing language that is extremely powerful. Usually the output from one command is piped into another. You might apply tr on some input and then run some grep on this, and on these lines you do some replacing with sed, and at the very end you might throw in some math, and for that you'll use awk. So these could be 4 pipes called in one command line.